Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Monday, July 27th, 2026. Lido announces the Lido core upgrade. Ethereum researchers outline prop AMMs for Ethereum, and SRC Co. introduces a time-locked multi-sig wallet. All this and more starts right after this message. ETH Daily sponsorships are now open. Reach over 10,000 Ethereum native subscribers every weekday. Learn more at ethdaily.io/ads. Lido announced Lido Core, a major upgrade to its core staking infrastructure, introducing Curated Module v2, Community Staking Module v3, and changes to the simple DVT module, with the most significant change being a dramatic reduction in its Ethereum validator count. Lido is migrating over 265,000 of its validators into 0x02 withdrawal credentials, allowing it to consolidate its validator count into approximately 4,000 validators. Lido's migration, enabled by EAP 7251 shipped in Ethereum Spectra upgrade, will reduce the total Ethereum network validator count by about 30%. The reduction cuts attestation messages by approximately 29% per epoch, meaningfully reducing consensus layer overhead and network congestion for Ethereum. Ethereum Foundation researchers published a primer on proprietary AMMs, or prop AMMs, and their potential role in bringing more trading activity back on-chain on Ethereum mainnet. A prop AMM is a smart contract that implements a standard DEX interface using a parameterized pricing curve, but where a professional market maker actively manages the capital by frequently updating the contract's price parameters based on an off-chain pricing model. The key innovation is that execution logic happens on-chain, making it composable with DeFi. Typically, the execution logic occurs off-chain for aggregated and RFQ-based systems. The researchers propose an in-protocol application-controlled execution, which would guarantee that parameter update transactions always precede trade execution at the protocol level. And lastly, SRC Co. released Multisig, a new self-custody wallet protocol built around a time-locked multisig vault, live at multisig.software after roughly 4 months in public beta. The protocol combines a standard multisig threshold signing scheme with a smart contract enforced delay on every transaction, queuing approval transactions before they execute rather than settling them immediately. SRC Co. says it runs its own operations on the protocol and is positioning multisig for personal self-custody, DAO treasuries, and DeFi teams, with a cloning tool for migrating existing Gnosis Safe configurations. In other news, Lodestar, Geth, and Besu release new client versions. Base will host a community call on Friday, and TokenWorks adds support for wrapping ERC20s on its Fake World Assets project. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.